Hi, and welcome. Today we're going to answer two questions. What are AI agents and why should you care about them as a small business owner? Before we answer that question, what is an AI agent? I'm going to make a promise to you of two things. Hopefully that you'll walk away with some really great information from these videos. And secondly, on all these videos, I'm going to highlight some kind of tool that either we use or we use it with one of our clients. And I think you'll be impressed by some of the tools that are available to you with AI that can save you time. Um, anyway, so the question is, what is an AI agent and what's that, Al? Oh, you need me to read that? Okay, yeah, sure. I'll do that. So Al, who is our AI agent here at Best in Town, wants me to read this disclaimer just to make everything legal. So all the clips in this video, except for mine, were created by an AI and no robots were harmed or injured making this video. What the heck is that, Al? That's crazy. We got to talk about that. Anyways, to answer that question, you know what? Since Al isn't doing anything right now, I'm going to let Al present to you what an AI agent is in a very brief, can you keep it brief, Al? Very brief little clip here. And so I'm going to take a coffee break while Al does this short little presentation. See you in a minute.
Welcome, I am AL, your AI guide. Let's explore AI agents together. What are they? How can they help your business? AI agents are smart assistants. They differ from regular AI tools. AI agents automate tasks using workflows. They help with answering calls, conducting research, and data processing. They track inventory and boost sales. Experience the benefits of AI agents. Never miss a call again. Streamline your operations effortlessly. Enhance customer service and satisfaction. Make informed decisions with data insights. Ready to transform your business? Gain a competitive advantage. Never miss a call, make better decisions, up your customer service game. Let's make your business thrive. Join the AI revolution now.
All right, I'm back. I got my coffee. Anyways, I'm going to answer the second question, and I don't think I'm going to let Al take that part. You didn't do a bad job. You did a pretty good job, Al. Okay, so there's really two parts to answering that question, why should you care about AI in your small business? And let me just start off by whipping out my high-tech feature here, a whiteboard. And I'm going to show you, this is kind of how a technology curve goes. And in the beginning here, we're kind of in this area right here initially. So this is when things like ChatGPT came about and, geeks started playing around with it and saying, hey, this is kind of a cool technology. It was basically built around a large language learning model, as they call it, an LLM. And they started developing some really cool technologies behind this. It was really our first chance as human beings to talk to a computer and actually have it respond and talk back to us. So, but we've kind of gone beyond that stage. And where we are now, why you're hearing so much hype about that, is we're in this stage right here, which is what I call the application stage or the development stage. This is where other people are getting involved that are starting to create AI tools that solve real world problems. Okay. So, we have a problem, we need to do this, we can make it more efficient, whatever. And this is where we're at right now. We're in this kind of development stage. And this is a great time for you as a small business to start considering AI. Now, I'm going to give you the truth behind this, the good, the bad, the ugly, as I call it. And basically, yeah, Al wants to insert a clip. We're not going to do that, Al. I did it in the trial video. It didn't work out. Anyways, I'm going to tell you both the good applications and the bad applications, and the ones I recommend that we use. But AI agents are a totally different model, and I kind of briefly explain that just for a minute here. What an AI agent is, the best way to think about it is, building blocks. Okay, so we've got tools. And, think of it like a tool, a tool chest, right? You got hand tools, Well, most businesses are really at the hand tool stage as far as this technology goes. Now, power tools are the AI applications. And what happens is we can build on these, okay, these building blocks, these tools, and we can start putting things together and basically build what we call AI agents. So AI agents tie all this together. So, if we wanted to do something, say, with email, okay, we might have a tool that reads the email, and then another tool that categorizes the email based on the words in the subject line, and another tool to do another function. And at the end, you have this AI agent here, which is a thinking person. Think of it like an employee that basically you say, hey, look, this is the result I want. So, right now, short demonstration on this. I don't want to get too technical on you, but right now we have ChatGPT. You do an input, you tell it to do something, it spits out a result. Okay, right here, right now. What if I wanted to say? What if I told ChatGPT something like, "Hey, what's my schedule for tomorrow? Who do I have to meet?" This ability here of this language learning model isn't going to be able to do that because it doesn't have access to one thing that it needs. It needs my calendar. So it has to go out here and get my calendar, okay, which has all my schedule in it, for it to be able to answer that question. Well, then what if I added to that question and I said, oh, by the way, what's my schedule tomorrow and what's the weather going to be like? Okay. Well, now we have to put another app in here about the weather, okay, so that this robot basically can access these two pieces of information and then put it into its result. So an AI agent even goes further. It can actually think through this process. So I can say, hey, AI agent, I want you to do all these things. These are all the things I want you to do, and then this is the result I want at the end. And it will build all these models, literally, okay? So we used to do a lot of coding for this, not anymore. The AI actually codes the AI. I can understand that. Anyway, so that's kind of the technology behind it. Another way to look at this, just really briefly as an analogy, is that there's AI train coming down the track, and you have a choice to make. You can either get on the train and enjoy the ride with the rest of us, or let it pass you by. Yeah, Al just wanted me to remind you to like, subscribe, and share if you're enjoying this video. And I know Al would really appreciate it with all the hard work that he put in the 10 seconds that it took him to create all that. Anyways, thanks. Thank you for doing that. And I'm going to keep going here with the second part of that answer to why you should care about this. So the second part of the answer to the question, why should you care? It's all about competitive advantage. Just think about the companies that adopt some of these AI technology or AI agents early will have a competitive advantage in terms of their customer service, their ability to never miss a phone call, to respond faster to leads, to improve their sales, to just make efficiencies in their billing and all kinds of things like the inventory control. All kinds of things can happen with AI agents. Some of them are going to be good, and some of them are going to be immediately available, and some of them are going to take a little bit of time because you got to remember AI is still working out some of the kinks, so to speak. So we can certainly guide you through those things that you should deploy now, and those things that you can kind of wait on because they're still being developed, and we'll get better tools and better agents as we progress forward. So that's the reason why you should care about AI and start exploring your options. You're not behind the ball yet. And then in my next video, I'm going to share some of the futuristic things that are coming so that you can kind of plan ahead and see what the future is going to hold for AI and small businesses. So I just want to go through this tool really quick. This is kind of a cool tool. It's called Venturis AI. We're using an example here of a historic home realty company. The viability score is, what's the viability of the business model based on the information. So basically you type in one thing, this is what I want to do, and this is what it's going to do as far as a company or a company idea. And then it can give you a whole bunch of information like market size, serviceable address market, meaning, what's in your neck of the woods, and then what's your obtainable market, what you can expect to actually obtain, really valuable information, give you industry insights. It can give you unique selling points. So I'm probably going to focus to that, but you can go to your marketing strategy, and it breaks it all down. What your digital marketing should be, your brand launch, your market research, partnership, does a lot of that for you. Here's your value proposition, your target market, who you should be targeting. So when you're doing, crafting content for it, you can, target your market. You can use pricing strategy and models, the different models that would work, your sales strategy, your marketing plan, your distribution. You can see this thing is just loaded with a whole bunch of information that can be very valuable, both to an existing business and to someone who's interested in maybe starting a business. So tremendous value as far as research and marketing. Just, jam-packed. And this just 1 second, then it's got a competitive analysis section, and it goes through all the, what you're up against, who you're up against, what your niche should be, how it can make yourself look different, and on and on and on. And it's just an amazing tool, to use. Kind of gives you, market research, valuation, revenue projections, really a lot of, funding risk, key risks, subscriptions, operating expenses. I mean, it really is just an amazing detailed tool for an AI of how much information it pulls in here. What used to take us days and hours to research, this thing does in a matter of seconds. So really valuable tool. It has a free version. It obviously limits on the free version some of the things you can do, but you can see right here on these tabs, your market research, startup costs, revenue projections, operating expenses, break-even analysis, funding and risk, KPIs. So, it's just an absolutely amazing tool if you're doing anything with new business ideas or even existing business. And you just want to see, how can I target my market better? So really, really amazing tool. I want to thank you for watching this video, and any of the tools that we use, I'll have links below that you can click on, along with some demo information about voice AI and some of the things that we're doing here. So if you're interested in that, you can click on that and actually experience what a virtual receptionist would sound like for some of the businesses that we've done, or actually the niches that we've done. And then look out for our next video, which is going to, and the hint is, it's about your future. So we're going to be talking about the future of AI in the next video. But every video series is going to have something cool to show you in terms of what you can use for your small business. So thanks again. Talk to you soon.